Hi there, Aquarius. Thank you for joining me for your weekly forecast for week commencing the 5th of October. As like last week, the Sun and Mercury are in your sister air sign of Libra, which is all about broadening your horizons, being more independent, adventurous, and also perhaps potentially travelling. Though, with Mercury tracking backwards, that of course may have been a little bit of a knotty issue. So if you are set to go off somewhere this week, certainly up until Friday, it is going to be important to double check the arrangements. By Friday, Mercury starts to go forwards. And ironically, on Monday, it actually forges a great link to your co-ruler Saturn. This runs on for one day from last week, and this can enable you to anchor any knowledge or research you do with a real sense that you can get through any doubts you may have and be really clear-minded. However, your financial situation, unfortunately, could, despite this, be as clear as mud. This is because Mars is in opposition with Neptune. This is the trickster planetary aspect bar none. It really is quite difficult to deal with. So if you are negotiating with anyone, or you're trying to get someone to repay you some money, you're trying to raise some funds for a new business, perhaps buy a property, it's going to be vitally important that you're very clear about your motivations, also those of the person or people that you're interacting with. And if you are buying or selling anything from someone you don't know, a random connection with someone online, for example, you really do need to take a great deal of care. Someone could go all the way to be darn right dishonest. But Mars in its opposition with Neptune can also lead to a kind of rather mysterious and hard to understand pull towards someone from a more romantic viewpoint. Now Venus, of course, has been working its way through a delightful part of your horoscope over the last 10 weeks and is set to relocate on Friday into the deeper, more passionate area, which is Virgo. Now for you, ordinarily, this could trigger a sense of really understanding what your needs are around close, intimate ties even more. But unfortunately, Venus is challenged by Saturn pretty well all this week, but especially on Friday. So I do feel that if you want something different from your future in a close tie from a partner, it may be something that could really see you having to do an awful lot of talking to resolve. Compromise, give and take may be needed, or it could be in some cases, even around a friendship, that the relationship has run its course. It's not going to go forwards, and it is about trying to come to terms with this. Also, the Sun is clashing with Pluto all through this week, suggesting that if there are any psychological or rather more out of sight issues bubbling away in the background, these could take on a life force of their own. So it's going to be therefore important to try to impose your natural logic on the whole of this week. The more you don't get caught up in situations, the more you stand back a little bit and contemplate what's really important to you, the more you can make some shrewder reactions to the events that come up. And I do feel that once Mercury starts to go forwards on Friday, it will be helpful. And Venus moving into Virgo will eventually be helpful to you, just not straight away. But I think what happens then, or could happen then, may be something that's been rumbling in the background for some while. It's been a real pleasure being with you. Thank you for joining me. Good luck and goodbye for now.